What's going on, guys? I'm Cash with CashedOutCars, and in today's video I'm going to be using our laser engraving machine to make some custom center caps for my steelies, so that this area in the center of the steelies is filled and says CashedOutCars, so it should be pretty cool. Let's get to it. So the first thing that I have to do is figure out how big I actually want to cut out these center caps, and to do this I'm going to use these calipers, and this is going to be kind of a rough estimate. But on this one, it looks like we've got 2 inches and 230 thousandths. So we'll go with that. And then on the front, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger to hopefully cover this whole ring there. And on this one, we're looking at just over 2.5 inches. So I'll set that up on the machine and get them cutting out. Now I've got this here set up on the computer, and this part is actually going to be etched out of plastic, and this red circle is going to be cut out, which will be the border. And now what I have to do is get these things on top of each other. So grab from the center here and line that up with the center over here, just like that. And now it's hard to see the two colors, but the red's the very outside and the black's the inside. So this is the material that I'm going to engrave and make the actual center caps out of. And this is a black laserable plastic, which once it's engraved turns gold. And I'm going to try it with the gold. If I don't like the gold, I have a silver that I'll use. But basically it'll etch through the black coating and reveal the gold under it, and then cut out the circle. And this is also self-adhesive, so we'll be able to stick them right on. So the first thing that I'm going to do is run a test on cardboard. I just put in some settings quick. I don't know if they're necessarily right, but this is how the machine works. As you can see right now, it's scanning the CashedOutCars logo itself, and right now it's burning into the cardboard. When I do it on the actual plastic, it'll be burning off the black coating and revealing the gold underneath, and then once it scans this, it'll cut it out. So now I got the cardboard that I just took out of the machine, and that's what it would look like right now on there. And it looks like I have to make a spacer because this bolt sticks out kind of far. So I think I'll have to make a spacer so it sits flat up against the wheel, and when I actually do it, I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller than that. But I'm going to go make those adjustments, and then we'll cut out another test piece and see how it goes. So here's the new one that I just did. I did the speed a little bit higher so the lettering isn't as dark on this one, but it suits its purpose. As you can see, I think the size is a lot better, and now I could try one out of the real plastic. And now that it comes to the end of the scan, it's gonna go ahead around it and cut out the center cap. And there we go. Now I'll let the machine air out for a little bit because it's really bad to breathe in all that plastic smoke. So I'll let that air out, and then I'll pull the part. So now I'm just getting the center cap out of here. Whoop, I ripped it. Alright, this one's junk now. I realized from that I should have turned up the power a little bit when I was cutting out the outside, but I didn't do that, so now on the next one I know. Failure. Alright, so round 2 of the sticker printed out fine, and it's going to get stuck on there like that. And I don't know if I like this gold. I think I might redo it with the silver. Alright, now I've got a piece of black and silver laser plastic in there, and I got it all set up in the machine and all the settings in. So we're going to go ahead and process it and hope it comes out nice. So now I'm going into the machine, and the part's a little bit stuck on there. I think I actually had the heat a little bit too high that time, and it melted the backing a little bit. As you can see, the parts came out pretty nice. Now let's go see if they're gonna fit. And I think that's sized on there pretty nice. So now I'll just quickly clean that up and stick this bad boy on there. Alright, so I just cleaned it up with some denatured alcohol to hopefully promote the adhesion. And now I'm just going to pull off this backing here. This plastic's pretty nice that it just has the removable backing, and then you can just stick it right on like a sticker. And now, try to line it up centered. It's kind of a trick. I think that was actually pretty good. Stick that on there nice. And that right there is a CashedOutCars center cap, in case I didn't have the CashedOutCars logo enough times on this thing. So, there we go. I think it looks pretty good on there. I think it looks better than having the light silver ring in the center of the dark steely. So, I'm a fan, and once I'm done with them, I could just peel them off because it is just a sticker. Now I got the front ones cut out, and to make a spacer to fill that little gap right there, I think I'm going to use some Baltic birch plywood. So basically I'm going to sketch up a little donut on the machine to cut out a Baltic birch, and then I'll cut it and stick it on the back of here. So that's what the donut's going to look like. That's going to be cut out of Baltic birch. And the smoke from the birch actually smells good. The stuff from the plastic smells terrible and is poisonous, which is why we have this ventilation that goes outside. Here are the birch spacers that I just made, and these are going to stick on the back right there, which will allow that to pretty much seal up to the wheel and that to stick to the bolt. And the outside of this is a little bit natural looking right now, so I'm just going to color it in with Sharpie to make it black, and then we'll get these on the car. Alright. Balls. Alright, so it looks like this isn't going to really stick to that, so I'm going to try to throw some two-way tape on here and get it on. Alright, so that's on there. I think we're good. Alright, so now all the center caps are on, and that Baltic birch spacer ended up working excellent for these front wheels, and I think those look great, and the backs look pretty good too. It's a slightly smaller cap that I made, and you could see a little bit of rust on that hub, but all in all, I would say it came out pretty good. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you want to see more custom kind of videos with the engraver or with any other custom stuff in the car.